know who we are. You know who we are. We are QPR.
David Thomas making a run into the middle. That's a nice ball. And Keely's put it in his own goal. Hibbett. First time cross by Natras. Burns! Oh, nice pace, McDonald. Judah! Judah the scorer, but all the credit to Malcolm McDonald. Run it down the line, but what about that pace as he steamed into the area, and John Judah, as ever, sure when the cross came to put it in for his 6th goal of the season, and Newcastle 2-1 up.
Captain and coach Terry Venables was broadening his horizons. In 1974, he and Stan Bowles watched a World Cup in which England were not involved.
After seeing the World Cup, we feel that a lot of the continents, especially Holland and Germany, they seem to have a great know-how with the ball, and we feel that perhaps we've been left behind a little bit, so with concentrating a lot on running, etc. So what they were doing now a lot of is players having a ball each and really just getting to know the ball, getting the feel of it, so that the first touch of the ball is a good one, so you kill it dead. We think from there that you create a lot more space with the ball, and these are the type of exercises we're doing now.
20 years later, Venables would be appointed England coach. Later in 1974, he left Queen's Park Rangers for Crystal Palace, and the new manager at Loftus Road, Dave Sexton, once of Chelsea, built his team around Bowles and a man Venables had influenced, the multi-talented Gerry Francis.
Francis, Mancini's done it, it's there! Gerry Francis. And Mancini either stepped over it or else got the faintest of touches, but I'm sure Francis gets the credit.
First, we get right up to date with action from yesterday's game, starting, as that flag implies, at Arsenal, where in brilliant sunshine we have the battle between Arsenal and Queen's Park Rangers. Rangers led out by their skipper Gerry Francis. They've fallen back a bit since their brilliant work of last season, but this match heralds the return to the game of that great former Arsenal favourite Frank McClintock. And this then is the Rangers team. Mickey Leach gets the number 4 spot. Don Rogers gets his first full league game since joining them from Palace. He's at number 9. But what does Frank McClintock feel about it all, this being his first team game in 7 months?
I feel fit. I've played about 3-4 reserve games, and I think I'm feeling fit enough, and I can use my experience if I get a little bit tired. It's the first time I've been here since, apart from watching Arsenal a couple of times, it's the first time I've actually played here since I've left Arsenal.
Well, Frank will know the Arsenal lads well, particularly Alan Ball, their skipper, and this is the Arsenal side. Young Richard Powling, who came on as a sub for the last game, stays at number 5. That's the only change, with David Price, the substitute.
That'll fall behind Gibbons and easily and comfortably for Simpson to Armstrong. Radford. Oh, that time he got past Webb, but Webb's coming back at him again. Looking in pretty lively form, John Radford, this afternoon. And Phil Parks, 6'4". Ian Gillard. Good jump again by Powling. Now with Ball. Here's Radford. Well, that's a good ball by Radford, and Kelly has found it well, getting in behind those Rangers defenders. May have delayed just a little too long, but he's got it across. Radford is there with a header. Played down for Kidd, and Webb, he wasn't sure how he stopped it, but he did. Now Radford again. Cross once more, on the far side is Ball. Kidd is there again, and Brian Kidd has scored. Well, that has delighted and brought Highbury to life. And it was there so long, charged down by Webb in the first place, and when the ball came out again to Radford, he put it across. It was nodded down by Ball. And Kidd finished it off. Webb, Gillard, or rather Thomas now. Chipped in again there. Bowles is there with a header. Oh, and that very nearly got past Rimmer. Here's Francis, and Rimmer turning that behind for the corner. And Arsenal very nearly caught out. A good header there by Stan Bowles. And Rimmer, in fact, seemed to make harder work of that than was necessary, but nonetheless got it away. And so now we have the free kick, which Francis will take. Leach and Gibbons are there. Gibbons making the early run. Leach is in behind him! And that was a good save by Jimmy Rimmer. Beautifully timed run again by Mickey Leach. And from close quarters, an excellent save by Jim Rimmer. Armstrong. Now ball. Brady played for ball again. Well, that went off Brady for Francis. This might be the chance for the break now for Queen's Park Rangers. Bowles going up on the left. Francis going well. And the shot by Bowles, yes! 1-1. Took it so coolly, Stan Bowles. And that's the answer to all the booing, and the best possible answer from Queen's Park Rangers' point of view, as long as Bowles himself would only realise it. A beautifully weighted ball from Jerry Francis. And Bowles caught it swiftly and superbly. Past Rimmer and right into the corner. 1-1. And now forward for Bowles. Oh, look at the gap he found for himself there. Or made for himself. And a penalty. Bowles brought down by Story. Penalty given. And Jerry Francis will be the man who's got to take it. So here's the chance now for Rangers to go into the lead. Bowles brought down, and I'm bound to say that the referee had no doubt at all about it. Well, now can he add number 2 and really silence that booing? Or does he leave himself a target again for the Arsenal fans? Bowles against Rimmer, and a chance for Rangers to go 2-1 into the lead, and he's done it. A well-taken penalty by Stan Bowles with a lot of coolness and a lot of pressure on him. Finding the roof of the net beyond the reach of Rimmer. 2-1 to Rangers. And now Matthews. High ball towards Radford. Beautifully played by Matthews and nicely turned down again by Radford for Armstrong. Radford again. Oh, there's a chance for ball! Oh, and a good save by Parks. Ball left completely unmarked there. All starting with that lovely pass by Matthews, but when the cross came in, ball on his own, and a good save by Parks. Now Armstrong right in there, beaten in the air by Gillard. Kidd is right up there too, and it might come now for Radford. Yes, Radford has done it. 2-2. The ball bouncing about there. Finally it came through to John Radford with so little time left. Left-footed into the far corner. Arsenal 2, Queen's Park Rangers 2.
Now let's meet our 2 guests today, Alan Ball of Arsenal and the man who scored both the goals for Rangers yesterday, Stan Bowles. And I think the first thing we must do, gentlemen, is to clear up an incident that all the fans have seen already, and the papers picked up again this morning, pictorially. This one here, right early in the game. Alan, what was all this about now? Eddie Kelly injured there, but here's the incident we're talking about. There.
He's got the
Alan?
one, yeah, he's got the wand out again, the left foot. I went to pick him up there and he was obviously upset with me for tackling him like that.
Why was that, Stan?
Well, it was early in the game and I've got a bad left ankle, and Alan caught me right at the bottom of my left ankle, and I was a bit annoyed at the time, you know.
Is there any sort of lasting animosity between you? I mean, you seem fairly relaxed and friendly in the studio today, but I mean, is this something that's been going on?
None whatsoever. He's a good player. You've got to... There's ways and means of getting at players, you know. You've got to try and upset them a little bit, you know, and you've got to try to do things to them to... People do it to me. It's all part of the game, you know, and you've got to give them a whack now and again. And
is that what you were doing yesterday? You were trying to unsettle
well, talk to people, yeah, you do things like, they call it professionalism, whatever. Things go on the pitch that people don't know about, and you set your stall out to sort of upset people. People upset me, and you sort of talk to them and get onto them and try to put them off the game, you know.
Did it upset you yesterday?
Well, it did really, because Frank McClintock did say after the game, actually, he said, you know, Alan didn't mean, you know, what he was saying to you. He said he was just trying to get you at it. Because I class myself as a good friend of Alan's. We go out and have a drink together. And I must admit, I was a little bit upset. I thought he meant it at the time.
Didn't stop him turning it on, man, did it?
Stan, let's come to you now. One of the newspapers today, I think it's the Sunday Mirror, said Stan the Magic Man, and a lot of your play in the second half particularly was magical. Was that as good as you've played all season?
Yes, that's the best I've played this season. I've not been playing too well. I played quite well in midweek in the 4-0 defeat by Newcastle, but that's my best game by far.
Is that you're getting on top of the problems you've had, or what?
Yeah, for the first time in my life, probably the end of last year and the beginning of this year, I was letting outside problems affect my game, probably, but now I'm getting rid of those problems and just getting down to playing football.
You see, I'm sure the Rangers fans there yesterday, and neutrals everywhere, were really delighted with the way you played. I know Les Cocker, Don Revie's right-hand man, was there as well. And yet they are mystified as to how it is that you have these little things in your career where, you know, you don't turn up or you miss training or whatever. Can you explain that?
No, I can't really. At the time, I think whatever I do is right and I just do it.
And yet it upsets people who want to support you. They want to say Stan Bowles is great and he's good for England, and yet they're worried about, you know, your behaviour in these sort of matters. Are you putting this behind you now?
Well, I think so, yeah. Only time will tell, obviously, but I think so.
Because you're off the list now, aren't you, at QPR?
Off the list, yeah.
Do you intend to stay off the list?
Yes, I intend to stay off the list this time, yeah, for definite.
Have you got your eyes on this match against Czechoslovakia coming up later this month?
Well, as I say, I haven't been playing too well, you know. Really, that's the first time I've put it all together, yesterday. So I wouldn't really be, you know, I'm hoping, but I'm not too optimistic, really.
Stan, it was lovely to see you in such good form.
Rangers were a team on an upward curve, afraid of nobody, winning at White Hart Lane.
Bowles! Oh, beauty! Stan Bowles!
In the fourth round of the FA Cup, Notts County came to West London and were comprehensively beaten. QPR had just bought Don Masson from County, a bargain at £100,000, and he was part of a fluent attack which included the ex-Burnley winger Dave Thomas, scorer of that first goal. Thomas, Francis, Masson, Bowles and Givens. It was a menacing, progressive outfit Sexton had assembled. There was only one way to stop them, and Stan Bowles in particular. And even then, he took the penalties himself. Don Givens, the Irish international, scored over 100 goals for QPR and became their most capped player. When champions-elect Derby County came to town, Queen's Park Rangers chalked up their biggest win of the season.
Derby in the dark shorts on the attack. That was Hector. Here's Davis. Here's Rioch. Oh, a beauty! His 15th goal of the season. Don Masson with the free kick for Queen's Park Rangers. Oh, two missed it there. Here's Givens, and it's in off David Nish. Only 10 minutes left and Derby still holding their own, even though Lee is off the field. Oh, a chance for Givens, and beautifully taken. Oh, what a fine volley. Still Thomas. They've let him go an awful long way. Too far. Storming finish by Queen's Park Rangers. Here's Bowles. Good cross, and Givens comes in to complete a hat-trick. 4 goals to 1, and Rangers go home happy.